Yo, wow, man. All right, so here's the storyline. Andrew Whitworth, you guys know he was drafted in 2006. He is a guy that been in the NFL for a long time. He retired just this year, and he said on an interview on Amazon Prime, basically, that, hey, I've been getting phone calls, but they calling the wrong person. They need to call my wife. Let's listen to this.
Has your phone been ringing?
It has. I mean, obviously there's been some things with, the Cowboys and losing Tyron Smith, which is an awful deal. Such a great player and guy I've always just loved watching play. But it's been a busy day of answering calls. The problem is they're calling and texting the wrong person. They need to be texting and calling Melissa Whitworth and the kids because they have final approval on whether I'm ever getting to play football again for
People been hitting me up like, hey, you know Andrew's wife's number, Whitworth's wife's number? You got her phone number? I'm like, dude, I don't know her like that. I don't know her like that. Maybe Jerry do. They all in my inbox. But they said, hey, I'm asking for a friend. That's funny, but it is what it is at this point. Y'all wild with it, baby. Y'all so wild with it. Jerry, either you know that you need this or you trust your rookies. Now, granted, this dude last season, he allowed 5 sacks. And on top of that, he had only 6 penalties. And he was still graded one of the top tackles in the NFL. His metrics, his numbers look good. He only allowed 16 pressures. Just to keep this into context, our last year guy who played on the right side, of course, Terrence Steele, he allowed 31 pressures, and of course, right around the same amount of hits on the quarterback, but he only allowed 2 sacks, right? So when we start looking at the youth versus the old, do you go with that, or do you look into Tyron Smith? When Tyron Smith was healthy, of course, his numbers graded out better than Andrew, but neither here nor there. I always go back to this saying, a new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. Right? So if you really not ready to rip the Band-Aid off and throw either Josh Ball out there or Collins, the Avante Collins, or Matt Waletzko, then you can roll the dice on Andrew. He may have a little in the tank. He got Super Bowl experience. Of course, by the way, he just lifted up that Lombardi trophy. But if they want to make this happen, you got to reach out to the wife. According to him, she makes all of the decisions over there. And I feel you, dog. I feel you on that. So that's a yes and a no, meaning that he's willing to play, but it's up to her. And Dallas, it's a hit or miss type of situation, right? The area, the land is beautiful out here. He's out here now. He's real good friends with Duke Manyweather, right? So we are in that middle place right now. If you team youth, put that in the chat. If you team, hey, let's go get this old fish or that old broom that can sweep those corners versus that new broom that can sweep good, right? Let me know. Post that down below in the chat. Let me know how you guys feel. If Whitworth is worth it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life. Salute.